Good afternoon, good afternoon. Welcome in, beautiful people. You all know what it is. It's time for another edition of My Plate, My Choice. And as always, I am so blessed and so happy to have you guys on the stream with me. Um, I do want to talk about, we got some serious business to talk about. We've been doing a lot of talking lately about a couple of things, and I need us to deal with something that's very specific, very near and dear to our community today. Um, and we can't keep ignoring it. We can't keep bypassing it. I'll let you guys get on and get active. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Yeah. There we go. Hey. Good afternoon. All right, let's get to it, man. Listen, let's get to it. My place, my place. No, my plate, my choice. Not P3. Hey, listen, y'all know. All right, I'm not gonna be Professor 3 today. I'm gonna be nice to you all today. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to be nice. But like I said, I do have some very pressing things that I need to make sure that we deal with and that we kind of address evenly, right? So, of course, once I get into it, y'all know I love to cook, so I'll throw a recipe on here for you guys to keep you guys active. But I do want to show you guys something, right? I want to show you guys something, and I'm going to bring up the other camera so I can really show everyone this and we can kind of make sure we are all seeing things clearly, right? So here we go. I'll bring it in on the split screen. All right, so here we go. Do y'all see what I have right here? You all see this, right? So this is just my collection of games that I keep at the house, right? So if I'm ever entertaining family, friends, whatever, it doesn't matter. I have options of different types of games. Uno, Tapple, Connect Four. This is like a kind of like a card game, getting to know. It's an adult party game. Tell me without telling me. I don't know. And I have some other games over there too, right? So these are games, right? We're all clear. These are games, and games are fun, right? I'm pretty sure each of you have some type of games at your house, something that you get with and you get active with, right? So games are absolutely fun. But I do need us to understand that games have a place, and it's here, right? Something that you take out, you play with for a while, and you put it back. That's the depth of a game, right? So also, I need you to keep in mind this. Connect Four, right? Now, you think about this. Connect Four, y'all know me, I got to keep my stuff together, right? So Connect Four, I bag up the yellow and the red pieces, right? But listen, let me ask y'all a serious question. If I lose a couple of red pieces, am I still able to play Connect Four? The answer is yes. If I lose a couple of yellow pieces, am I still able to play Connect Four? The answer is yes. I can still play these games even if I'm missing pieces, even if I've broken a few pieces. They are games. They are okay. You can play with them. You can put them on the shelf. They're a game. That's what they're here for. That's what they're designed for. But I need you to understand big picture today. Listen to me and listen to me very clearly. Your life is not a game. Your life is not a game. See, you don't get to have missing pieces to your life and think you still function the way God intended you to function. No, every piece that you have that is made up in this body is critical to the purpose that God calls you to. Think about that. Every piece, every part of you, every single part of you is critical to the purpose and the calling that God has placed on your life. So you don't have time to keep playing games with life. Well, George, how am I playing games with life? In what you eat. We keep playing games. I told the students in varsity yesterday, I said, I don't really understand why people think that, like you can do things in life and it's like a game. Like if you die in a game, you just respawn somewhere else in a game and it's okay. That's not how life works. Like there isn't like us, you don't get another heart. You don't just get another set of arms or another set of legs or another like the what is it? I'm not looking for. You don't get another heart. You don't get another brain. You don't, like the parts that God gave you, what He put in you. He equipped you essentially. When He placed these things in you, He equipped you for the purpose that He was calling you to. We have to stop playing games like, man, listen, I can eat what I want to eat and still be okay. I can do what I want to do and still be okay. Why does it matter? Because your life is not a game. Your life is more important than the pieces to this game. If I lose Uno cards, I can go pull up at Walmart right now and go get 5 packs of Uno cards and I'm still good. If you lose a heart, what are you? If you have type 2 diabetes, which we're going to talk about today, what are you? What's happening in you? What changes do you have to make? If you have a bad heart, what happens, right? If you have high blood pressure, see, this is not a game that we just can keep playing with. Oh man, I'm young. I'll deal with those things when I get older. There are young people with high cholesterol. There are young people with diabetes. There are young people that have serious health issues taking place because they had that same thought process. Oh, I can just do what I want to do right now and I'll go visit those other things later. Really? I told somebody in the gym this morning, the lady was telling me, she was like, man, I'm just really disappointed, because things aren't really working out in the gym wise the way she thought they were going to work out. And I said, well, what do you mean they're not working out the way you thought they were going to work out? And she said, I'm not losing and I'm not like changing my body the way I thought I would. And I said, first question is always the first question. It's always the first question. I said, well, how's your eating been? And she said, well, I said, okay, that tells me everything I need to know, right? Your eating isn't where it needs to be, so you're not going to get the desired results that you're going to get. And I said, well, here's the thing. As we get older, right? I used to joke about people all the time, like, y'all are old and I'm not. Bro, I realize I am getting older now. Listen, this is the first time I'm saying this publicly. You all have the exclusive. I am aware that I am getting older now. And as we get older, you learn your body doesn't have that snapback like it used to. Your body doesn't respond like you could do certain things and not worry about other things. Oh, no, your body's like, no, baby, we're not there anymore. See, now you got to start taking care. Now you have to start being intentional. You all I hear people talk all the time about being intentional in dating and being intentional in certain things. How come we're not intentional with our health? How come we're not intentional with our decisions? We have to be intentional there. I like that. That's cool. So I want to talk to you about this, right? As we get started, I'm going to show you guys real quick. I'll bring up the other camera, right? Because I do want to show you all a quick recipe. I know I have pasta lovers all up and down this feed, right? Pasta lovers, right? Pasta lovers. Yeah. So for my pasta lovers, I'm going to show you all how to make what is this? Basically a sauceless Alfredo. But it's kind of going to end up being more like a scampi, right? But we're going to make like a shrimp scampi, right? So here we go. But we've got to be more intentional about what we're doing, right? And because I want you to understand this. When you look at certain health issues, right, you can go down and it'll tell you the way that you change certain things. For instance, type 2 diabetes. It says for prevention and management of type 2 diabetes, they say focus on healthy eating, regular physical activity, and maintaining a healthy weight can prevent or manage diabetes. These are simple things that you can adjust. This isn't something that you need someone to necessarily help you with. You can adjust this on your own, but you just have to be intentional. You have to be intentional, right? All right, so I'm gonna use a little truffle oil. Truffle oil is a little secret I don't like to let y'all in on, but I'm gonna let y'all in on it today. We're gonna hit these shrimp, right? And right here, you guys can see I already got my pot. I'm kind of warming it up. Boom. Let's go here, right? I like avocado oil. It doesn't carry a lot of the other factors that you just have with your other oils that you use. So I'll just go with simple avocado oil. Whew. All right, so I'm gonna mix up my shrimp. But again, back to what we're talking about. As far as type 2 diabetes, that's a simple way to manage it, right? That's a simple way to manage it. So then if you say, well, George, I don't like giving up certain things that I enjoy having, and that's why it's harder for me to make decisions. This is why I get on this stream every other Monday and give you guys recipes that you can do. So if you love pasta, you already know I'm going to tell you, I don't use regular pasta. I use the protein pasta. It's much better for you. I use the protein pasta. It's the yellow box of protein pasta. That's what you should be using. It'll help you out. It'll go a long way, right? So boom. So then we're going to go, I'm going to show you, because I want you to look at this right here. I want you to think about how you make your pasta and how I'm going to make it. And I want you to tell me what's a noticeable difference between yours and mine, right? All right, so let our pan warm up. And truly, like you can do this with salmon, you can do this with chicken, like you can really kind of do this with a lot of different options. It's really just up to you and what you have a taste for that particular day. Y'all know me, I'm a seafood lover, so it's all about, seafood. Hello. So I'm gonna go with the nature zone real quick on the shrimp. Just give it a nice little toss. Nobody likes bland food. But I also tell you all that sometimes y'all do a little bit too much for me. Kinder's buttery garlic salt. Boom, 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 boom. Now here we're here before we mix, right? So now we're just gonna give that a good toss. Boom. Right? Because we gotta make better decisions, right? Is it easier for us to just pull up on some Italian restaurant or some regular restaurant and grab some pasta? Absolutely. Is it easier? Yeah. Yeah. Is it easier for you not to have to cook in the kitchen? Absolutely. Yeah, that's easier. Yes. But why would I keep making that decision when it's not helping me in the long run? It's not helping you. Let me ask you this simple question, right? Simple question. Maybe not a simple question, but simple question, right? So let's say that somebody tells me that every time I get in my car and drive my car the way I drive it, let's just say it has certain mechanical features or things or whatever. And they say, man, listen, every time you get in there, bro, listen, you are one step closer to your death. If they said that to me, what do you think I would start doing? I would start making adjustments, right? I would be like, well, I don't need to drive my car. I'm going to go do something different. Is that a very broad example? Yes. So let me give you another one, right? If somebody told you, man, listen, there's a high probability, I believe in flying. I'm not for driving, right? I'm not for driving. I don't like driving. So if I believe in flying and somebody said, man, like the probability of having a plane crash is much higher. It's increasing daily, right? Let's just say it's somewhere above 50%. I'm going to think twice about getting on an airplane. Why? Because I don't have time to play with my life. I don't have time to keep putting my life in jeopardy, right? And we would all make such decisions with very broad topics in front of us. But when it comes to our health and when it comes to our nutrition, we don't think the same. Like, certain things you're doing and certain things you eat, like, every time you do that, it's placing you a step closer. Like, just go back and look at a photo of yourself from like 3 or 4 years ago. Go back and look at yourself from 3 or 4 years ago and just look at, are you moving closer to being healthy or are you moving further away? Because see, every time you sit down and eat a meal, you don't think about what that one meal does to your body. And then the next meal, and then the next meal, and then the next meal. And then you look up and you're like, man, how did I get here? One meal at a time. Jasmine, what'd you say? I can already tell you one difference between yours and mine. I don't see no heavy whipping cream for the sauce and loads of cheese and butter. Absolutely, girl. Listen, get out of here. Get out of here. Whipping cream? Who? For what? No, that whipping cream whipping you. That's the problem. You know what I'm saying? Not just you, but us in general, right? That whipping cream whipping us down. No, we can't do that. Can't do that heavy whipping cream. No, thank you. No. And I'm gonna use cheese, right? But y'all know I'm a proponent of using the fat-free cheese. I'm gonna use cheese, but it's always gonna be the fat-free cheese, of course, right? So now my shrimp is getting there. So I've already pre-cut some vegetables, some greenery. I'll kind of give you guys an outline real quick. We got some cherry tomatoes. Let's go here. Can you guys see that? Yeah. Okay. Boom, boom. All right. So we got some cherry tomatoes. This is my secret ingredient. You guys, I tell you guys, no, this one. This is my secret ingredient right here that I absolutely love. It's cilantro. I love cilantro. Like, when you think you want something to pack flavor, you don't always have to try to create flavor in your seasonings. Bro, use the natural ingredients. Cilantro has loads of flavor and it will truly change what you're cooking, right? So cilantro, red onion, very flavorful. I'll take a red onion over a white onion or yellow onion any day of the week. And then parsley. You might say parsley doesn't really have, listen to me. It's got some, it'll give you a little something. So I'm just going to dump all this in here, right? I'm going to dump all this in here. Now I'm going to let the rest of the shrimp cook and I'm going to let the flavor of all these ingredients begin to talk to the shrimp, right? They're going to talk for a second. They're going to have a little conversation. I like when my food has a conversation. They get a chance to get to know each other. Some of y'all wait till the end to add stuff. You got to add it early. It's almost like a relationship. You want to get to know the person that you're in a relationship with. I want to get to know you. I want to get to know you. That was a song. Who used to sing that? Joe. I think it was Joe. I want to get to know you. I think that was Joe, right? You got to let your stuff get to know each other, right? Let your food, let the ingredients really get to know each other. Let them talk. Let them have a little conversation, right? Let them stew for a minute. You know, when you would get in trouble and your parents used to tell you, just go in your room and go think about it for a little while. Let them think about it for a while. Just let them sit there and think, right? So what do we have here? We've already started to marry our ingredients together. Remember, I whipped the shrimp in truffle oil, a little bit of light truffle oil, avocado oil in the pan, cherry tomatoes, cilantro, parsley, and red onions. All right, so nothing bad in here. I got the protein pasta that I've already cooked that I'm gonna toss in a second, right? Nothing bad here. But again, is this a hard way to make pasta? No, you can do this. You listen to me. You really can do this. Is it good? Yes. Are you going to enjoy it? Yes. But you're just gonna have to say no to certain things you love. Like Jasmine said, yeah, I'm not gonna dump a ton of butter in here. I'm not gonna pour in the heavy whipping cream. I'm not going to use 4 or 5 different types of cheese. Listen. Do you know that there are so many foods that we eat in the United States of America that are banned in other countries? I just want you to think about that. There are so many foods. You can go look, Google search the list of foods that we eat in the United States of America that are banned in other countries. Why? Because they understand this is not good. This doesn't promote a healthy lifestyle. This doesn't create longevity for our people. So we're just going to ban this in our country. But here in America, land of the free and home of the brave, we eat whatever. And that is why we have such issues with health, and especially in our community. Type 2 diabetes, we're at the top of the list. There's nobody ahead of us. You want to know why? When I read it, said certain cultural food preferences. Think about that. What is taking us closer at a higher rate to type 2 diabetes? Not that we're bound to something, not that we have no choice. No, cultural food preferences. That's the first thing. And it also says limited access to healthy food options. But I don't even believe that's true, because we can all go to the store. The healthy options are there. We just don't go down that aisle. We just don't go to that part of the store. Remember I talked to you a year ago when we started My Plate, My Choice. I said, when you go to the grocery store, stay on the outer parameters of the grocery store. Like, the outer parameters are your healthy sides. As you work your way in, the choices get worse. They get worse, right? So boom. Oh yeah, we starting to really talk now. We're starting to really talk. Now I'm gonna hit it with a little more seasoning, but y'all see that, man. Y'all see boy, let me make sure I'm giving y'all the full. Yeah, there we go. Boom. Let me hit y'all with a little bit. Hold on, let me adjust this camera. Let's go here. Sometimes it's hard when you're trying to adjust the camera by looking at the camera. It's like really weird, actually. But here we go. All right, boom. So we here. We there. All right, so I'm going to come back with a little bit more of the buttery garlic seasoning. Just a little bit. Let it talk for a little bit before I mix that in. I want to talk to you guys about something else too. Y'all know we just talked about type 2 diabetes. I also want to talk to you about heart disease. Again, another disease that we are at the top of the list for. Why are we at the top of the list? How do we fix it? How do we control it? Let me read this to you. Black adults are more likely to die from cardiovascular disease than their white counterparts, highlighting the significant impact of heart disease in this population. What are modifiable risk factors? While genetics may contribute to an increased risk, the modifiable risk factors like hypertension, high blood pressure, which we know that comes from what? How we eat. Obesity, again, how we eat. And diabetes, again, how we eat. So how are these risk factors? They all take themselves back to what? How we eat. They got a little dance now. They be like, That's a little dance all the little young cats be doing, right? And Jordan would be like, Dad, y'all know, Jordan trying to teach me all the new dances and keep me hip or whatever, right? But I'm saying that's a dance about, you know what I'm saying, just about certain movements, but it's really, what are you eating? How are you eating? What's on your fork? What's on your spoon? How often are you eating green items? Your greens, salad, cabbage, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, green beans. How often are you eating your vegetables? Come on now. All right, so boom, we almost done, y'all. Y'all really, I'm trying to show y'all how quick this is. We're at the finish line. I just got a lemon. I just cut it up, right? And I'm gonna do two things. I'm going to squeeze the lemon juice in here, right? Give it a little flavor there. Yeah, all right. And then I'm actually going to use the zest of the lemon just a little bit. I'll be trying to put y'all on, right? Just the zest of the lemon. So you'll take like a grater and you'll just take the lemon and you want the zest. What is the zest, George? The zest is actually the skin of the lemon. You want a little bit of that zest in there. Y'all can't really see that, but here you go. You see what we got? Now I want that in there, right? Boom. Now, mix this in a little more because we are at the finish line. Now y'all know I pre-cooked my pasta. I showed you all how to cook pasta, so we don't have to go over that again. I've showed you all that. Am I gonna put some cheese? Golly, I lost one of my shrimp. They ran away from me. All right, now, again, we're not here to overcook our shrimp. Those are good. So now what am I gonna come do? Boom, right there with the pasta. Now, I'm just going to mix this in because I want the pasta to warm. I also want the pasta to soak up the juice that we have created in the pan. I want that pasta just to really kind of talk to it. I keep telling y'all, you gotta let your stuff talk. I want that pasta to really soak it up and absorb it in there. So we got shrimp, we got tomatoes in there. Now I'm gonna come with a little bit of this cheese. Now you can use, for this today, I'm just gonna use this fat-free cheddar, but you can also use a fat-free mozzarella. You can mix in a little Parmesan. And now you may think about this. If you look at this whole pan, I'm probably going to make 4 meal preps off of this right here. 4 meal preps off of this, not one. See, some of you all are trying to make this too big. Can y'all stop? Can you all learn portion sizes? We've talked about portion sizes. You know what I'm saying? I have some meal prep clients, and one thing they'll say to me, they'll be like, George, they'll talk to me about portion sizes. And I say, listen, the goal is not for you to eat until you get full. If you continue trying to eat until you get full, that's going to be a problem. You don't eat to get full. You eat what you're supposed to eat, the required amount, and then you get out of there. But oftentimes, we want to fill our plate up. We want to keep eating and eating and eating until there's nothing left to eat. Bro, slow down. Man, when I tell y'all, the way I'm about to tear this up when I get off of this stream with you all, the way I'm about to get real active on this, you just don't even know. But so now this is done. So for those of you who love pasta and who say, man, George, I like pasta, but it's not helping me. It's just change up the ingredients. Change up your approach to it. I don't give you long recipes. If you think about it, we have been on this stream for 23 minutes. And I appreciate you all for giving me 23 minutes of your day. We've been on this stream for 23 minutes. Now, I pre-cooked the pasta, but y'all know pasta isn't a long process, right? The shrimp took 5 to 6 minutes to cook, right? I cooked the vegetables in there. This is a 30-minute meal. And you're out of the door. And you can portion this out so you can eat this 5 days. Or you can do smaller portions so you eat it 3 days, however you want to do it. But again, these are just options. So you don't have to keep saying, I don't know what to cook. I don't know what to do, George. I don't really know how to make it. Yes, listen, that cheese starting to really kind of melt in there. Yeah, and see, we in here. We are in here. Now, do you have to have that white creamy sauce that you love from all your Alfredos? No, you don't. You do not. Let me get some prep containers. No, you don't. You do not. Now, I'm going to come here. Boom. I'm going to show y'all what a portion looks like real quick. And then I will let you all go and have the rest of your phenomenal, lovely day. I was cooking last night, so right here in the dishwasher, we already locked and loaded. All right, so here we go. So boom. Can y'all see these containers? Yes, let me push this back. And then let's come here with portion containers. All right, here we go. So real quick, boom. I'm going to show you guys what a portion should look like, right? And normally, like y'all know, I would get out my scale and I would weigh this out. I'm gonna make sure I drop shrimp in there because I gotta have my protein. So, I usually will like make sure I'm giving myself enough shrimp so that I'm full. Not necessarily full, but I'm saying as far as my protein numbers, like I gotta fill up my protein numbers for the day because I track my stuff. Y'all know that we've had these conversations before, right? So boom, that's 2. This is 3. I told you guys. See, when you do it long enough, you really can start to eyeball your stuff and you know exactly the yield that you're gonna get out of it. And so I said 4. I told y'all 4. Here we go. Make sure we get those shrimp in there. Boom. Now, check this out. Look at that cheese pool. All right, so check this out. Here we go. Prepped and ready to go. Monday, Tuesday, last but not least, Wednesday. Hello. What are we talking about? So I need you to tell me again, why can't you do this? Why can't you do, like, what's the problem that's hindering you from doing this? What's the problem that's hindering you from making small choices that lead to a better life? Small choices that create longevity. Small choices that when you go to the doctor and they sit in there, they're giving you such a clean bill of health. They are amazed at the turnaround that you have made. They say, what is it? Man, I just started making better decisions as far as what I eat. You don't have to be in KFC every day trying to get some fried chicken. Like that's no. I told you guys how to air fry chicken. Much better. Much better. There's so many ways around the common problems that we face in the kitchen, but we just got to make these decisions. But again, like I always tell you guys, my plate, my choice. It's your choice. I'm not with you every time you sit at the table. I'm not with you every time you stop by a restaurant. I'm not there. So because I'm not there, it's your choice. You have it your way. You do whatever you desire to do. But understand that the results that you get as far as your body are all because of the decisions that you're making when you sit down at the table. All right. Hey, man, thank y'all so much. I appreciate y'all for tuning in today. I hope you all have a phenomenal week, man. Love y'all. Thank you.